where should I begin? My team play to win, no we get it in. Play the God, fucking with the pack, that'd be a sin. We was blessed with a couple things I cannot explain. Took his phone, hard to hook, and that just made me let it ring. Hear that blast, he like what's the sound? Told him chop it down, yeah square, fill him up around. Know his matches now, take him out, we won't make him wait. We will not be late, bro, hit my phone, ask him what's the code. Told him it's a date, got the drop, then we shut him down, open up shop. Seen a eye, kept it moving, homie, he ain't even stop. You know why? To some music that was bumping down the block. Had to put away the pistol, I ain't fucking with the cop. Take a shot of the liquor, you should know what's in my cup. Got a team full of smokers, everybody rolling up. Seen a nigga bust a UE, I ain't really give a fuck. Know I keep a shooter with me, I got Ray Ray in the cut. Good people, welcome back once again on another fine Wednesday at 9 p.m. If you don't already know, I am Trey Holiday, and this is the TraMatic Podcast, episode 146. Same shit, different routine. As always, I'm in the motherfucking building, and I'm with my motherfucking guys. Start with my player partner himself.
Hootie bang bang from the playing game. What's good?
As always, grateful to have the big fella in the building.
You chubby baby. Let me get active.
And be blessed to have the car God himself in the mother friggin' building.
It's your man, Big Wave, aka the head of the No Rico gang. Holla at your boy. Shout out to the whole TraMania. Let's get the shit popping, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the No Rico gang. You feel me?
All day, every day.
So as we continue to evolve the show, you feel me? Pushing things around a little bit, you feel me? So today I'm coming with the first installment of the Pastor Trey word of the day. Friends. How many of us have them? I just want to say never undermine, underestimate, or underappreciate the value of friendships. You feel me? Like all relationships, there'll be ups and downs. You'll establish some friendships that don't, really have the longevity you might have expected them to have, but never fail to recognize the importance of having good friends in your corner. As I look out in the world and the things that are going on and the decisions that people are choosing to make, I find that a lot of times the people that make certain decisions are without the proper relationships in their lives to encourage them when they need to encourage them, to lift them up when they're down, to support them when they feel unsupported, and most importantly, just to let them know that regardless of what is going on, we have what it takes to make it through today, which means we can make it to tomorrow. I truly value my friends, all my friendships, and I have encountered, times where people don't understand the value of my friendships and why they're so important to me. But as long as I understand, it's like as long as you, as as an individual, part of me understand the importance of those friendships. Make sure you maintain them. Um, it can become a very lonely world out here if you don't have anybody to support you and be there for you. You feel me? So, with that being said, I definitely want to shout out, not all my friends, you feel me, per se, but definitely shout out to those friends who, whether I'm up or I'm down, I can holler at, chill with, spend time with. And I know some women probably gonna judge that, but it is what it is. It kind of as me and Hootie establishing the conversation earlier today, you feel me? The relationships I had with my friends, you feel me, are pretty much at minimum 15, some plus 20 years in the making. You know what I'm saying? So it makes more sense to maintain the importance of those relationships, you feel me? Because they are already a staple in my life. You know what I mean? But I hope everybody out there that's listening had somebody they can go to, somebody that's going to support them, and again, somebody that's going to let them know that no matter what's going on, everything is going to be all right. You feel me? So shout out to motherfucking friends.
For sure.
Beautiful.
How y'all fellas feeling today, man?
Good, man. I'm straight.
I'm doing good as well.
Good, brother. Who?
Very well, bro. Doing
Brother,
very well.
brother
How about you?
Wave.
I
Hey,
feel
man, same shit, different day. I'm sorry, brother. Extremely blessed and highly favored. Shout out to my man in the chat. What you say,
Oh,
Frank?
what's
How you
up?
feeling?
I feel fucking fantastic. Just happy to be here.
Happy you can make it.
Amen. Well, we happy to have you. No didn't. For sure, for sure. All right, y'all. Let's not prolong, you feel me? Because we got a couple things on the menu today, you feel me? So I want to get directly into our acknowledgments. This first thing, I'm not even going to speak on for a prolonged time. This is just a little more informative to anybody who may not already know or be aware. Instagram map. You feel me? Instagram now has location sharing similar to Snapchat Snap Map. If you are on Instagram and you have not already recognized that your location can be shared at all times to all those that follow you, please make the proper adjustments immediately. You feel me? That's more of a PSA than anything. Um, just so everybody know. Everybody
Turn
on
that.
the chat has seen Instagram maps. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, just go in your settings and fix that for the most
Everybody
part.
got that shit cut off.
Fuck yeah.
Uh-huh. It seems like such an unnecessary measure, you feel me? But there's a reason. You know what I mean? There's definitely a reason. But don't be the one. That's all I can really say about that.
It's like they thought they was
Um,
doing something slick for real, you know what I mean? Because people are sharing their locations through their like cell phones and stuff. So they thought they was doing something slick, try to add an extra feature when it's like, are you dumb?
Ain't nobody asked for that shit.
I ain't peep no
Nobody.
head. I ain't peep
nobody
no heads
asked for
up,
that.
no warning, nothing about it. It was just there. The shit just said map.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
what
was
the
one
fuck?
of the most unnecessary additions to Instagram I've seen in a while. And it's like, even on Snapchat, my shit not on. You feel me? But Snapchat's still a little more private, you feel me, if you choose to, just with the radius of people that's on it. I know me personally, I don't even be on Snapchat, but I got one, you feel me? But it's like a little more intentional with the people that you like friends with on Snapchat, you know what I'm saying? But
How often?
Instagram is like a free for all. Say it again.
How often do you use your Snapchat?
What do you mean by use?
I mean, that's a pretty straightforward question, my brother.
how often do I
I just
post?
shared. I just shared a snap like yesterday. It was a like memory, but
So you
I
got
just
to
put a snap up like yesterday, day
okay.
before yesterday.
I ain't know Snapchat was still popping in
Never,
the street.
never. I never post anything on Snap.
Hmm
You want to know an interesting Snapchat story, Frank?
Yeah.
So I went on. I think it's my first cruise I went on. So I made friends with this nice young lady. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "I want to send you a picture. Download Snapchat." You feel me? So I downloaded it. So she like, "I'm gonna send you this picture, but whatever you don't screenshot the picture. I just want you to see it." She sends the picture. I screenshot the picture, of course. You feel me?
You ain't know the
She's like, "I
rules.
told you not to screenshot the picture." You feel me? Tried to tell her I didn't. At that time, Snapchat let you know when people screenshotted your picture. You feel me? I
We'll
was
let you
caught
know.
red-handed, and I instantly failed that trust test. You feel me? But
It was a
it
it
was
was
like we
a
on a cruise.
discreetness about
I'm
it.
never gonna see you again.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Mhm.
He wanted to, yeah, she wanted.
And guess what?
You gotta take that mental picture until
I
they start
have
allowing.
no idea what her name was or any of that shit, but I still have that picture. That's a W for me.
They start allowing
W in the
replays
chat.
later. For real, they allow you to replay that mud.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
Man.
it was a process.
Yeah, you can replay that.
It was a
Replay them.
process.
I ain't been on that in years, bro.
If they do that on
Yeah.
Instagram, niggas gonna
Hey
start.
man,
Up.
I gotta stay dangerous for real.
Facts.
You know what happened though? Snapchat started like doing too much other shit. You feel me? Like it used to be you just watch the snaps of your people you follow. It's too many commercials now, too many uh things implemented into the story that I didn't request to watch. So it's like, yeah, fuck Snapchat. It should be doing way too much. But at the
You
same
gotta get
time,
some
shout
money
out to Snapchat.
somewhere.
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. All right, fellas. Let's go getting here to a little topic that's worth a little bit more conversation. Um, guilty pleasures. All right. Fat Joe, caught in the classic hip hop dilemma, loving the music but loathing the backstory. On his podcast, Joe and Jada with Jada Kiss, Fat Joe admitted that he's been bumping Gunna's latest album, The Last One, nonstop, but with a heavy dose of guilt. Why? Because in Joe's eyes, Gunna's involvement in the YSL Rico case, where he took an alpha plea and acknowledged the label functioned as a gang, crossed a line in street ethics. Feel me?
Mm, interesting.
First of all, has everybody checked out Gunna's album or no?
No,
No,
Yes.
Frank, let me get your review on Gunna's most recent album, the last one.
Last
Rave
one.
reviews in the
Boy, brother.
go ahead.
Last one. Gonna wanna. You feel me? I believe this is his last release on YSL Records. This shit is a slapper, man.
It is.
Motherfucking over 20 songs of fire. This shit is over an hour. I hear the critique, all the shit sound the same. Well, goddamn, if it sound the same, the shit sound good, goddamn it.
so it sounds like one good long song.
I wouldn't say that, bro, but a lot of people been saying these last three albums sound very similar as far as like production and cadences and shit. I ain't mad at it, but whatever.
I mean, everybody not messing with him, right? So how can he get the production of everybody?
I'm fucking with the shit. If he had hit me up, I would have shot the nigga some beats. You feel me? Like this shit is a shout out Gunna. Another one.
Yeah, I don't even think like you feel me. First of all, shout out to Jay Oliver. You feel me? Jay Oliver did some production on his initial uh release after the trial. You feel me? I forgot what song it was, but it did very good. Um, I don't know, man. I think that so do you think it's a line between like being an artist and working with somebody with that label and being a producer and working with somebody with that kind of label? I feel like a producer probably less like worried about that shit. Pay for the beat, nigga. That's it.
At the end of the day, bro, like you can, if you wanna, I thought niggas was rapping to get away from that life. You know what I'm saying? So if you
Right.
wanna still perpetuate those stereotypes and shit, even as a 40, 50-year-old man that career has been over and shit, more power to you, my nigga. But to the producers and the artists out here today, if y'all trying to make some money, y'all might want to holler at that nigga, bro. That's all it is to it, bro.
But it's also
I ain't
like
gonna lie.
it's also because it's like, yo, as far as the rappers, a lot of them have been mediocre. So is it really fire, or is it like because we've been getting so much mediocre music that this seems really good?
That's a fair point.
Nah, I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know. I
You know
didn't hear
why?
it, so that's why I'm asking.
Because
Yeah, man.
the shit dropped after Freddie Gibbs and after the clips, right?
Yeah.
And niggas
I
still
wasn't
said it was
counting them.
fucking
I was talking
slaps.
about,
You feel
but
me?
I was talking about like the little babies, you know what I mean, the people who will be in that ring of like rappers making that hot
All
type
that,
of like club music or music that we
Uh,
will be hearing while we out.
all that shit been trash.
niggas ain't talking about Lil Baby.
Because
Niggas talking
I
about
still have
Gunna's
not.
album though.
I've been hearing about Freddie Gibbs, but not one Freddie Gibbs song has came like across like my path. So like I don't really know how good it is, but those type of
Nah,
songs are gonna get played
that's
when I'm
music
out.
you gotta go get, bro.
That's why I didn't
You gotta
compare
go
them.
get Freddie Gibbs music.
I didn't compare them the same or the clips. You feel me? I didn't compare them.
Yeah, I'm not really speaking on like your personal comparison. What I'm saying is like you asked, is it because the music trash? And I'm like, yo, I don't know. Two very good albums just came out, and people still talking about Gunna's album. So I don't think that like this not just like homie conversation. Like, oh yeah, baby been wet, so Gunna sound good. It's like nah, like the masses are giving like a good review of the album. Go ahead, Frank. I see your hand up.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Hootie to a certain extent though, because it's like, you know, not to keep bringing the nigga up, but Lil Baby shit been trash, Thug shit been trash. Only nigga really popping shit from down there is Offset and Future right now. You feel me? Jizz shit was all right too though. But yeah, like Hootie was saying, that circle of niggas, Gunna is making the best music out of all them niggas, bro. He kind of gets out the paint for real. You feel me? So, hey, bro. It is what it is. Chubbs, what you think about this shit, yo?
Ain't this like the third one in a row though?
Yeah.
He been
Um,
consistent. I'm not gonna say he hasn't. He has been consistent.
I'm not really a listener of Gunna. He got songs that I like, but he's not like if it comes across my radar, it comes across my radar. I don't really actively seek Gunna. But as far as the whole YSL thing and all that, I don't care about none of that. But I will say this: that's got to be tough if you really do like live by certain like rules and whatnot. That got to be tough when somebody you fuck with, you feel didn't like hold up to your image of him because of what he did. But the thing is this, and it kind of what like alludes to what Hootie said. Niggas ain't really holding up their end of the bargain, so they're gonna go to what you know. We gotta listen to music.
You gotta listen to
We gotta
something.
listen to music. And if he's making better music, then you good. Especially in this climate, you good. They just want the music. If it's one thing I gather from all this shit is that people just want the music. If he's
And
making good music, then
he
Did he
doing
do
what
that?
6ix9ine didn't do. You know what I'm saying?
He was trash.
If he had slappers, you know what I'm saying, he may still be around. He may
Right,
be
I know that.
undeniable. You
He's
know what I'm
trash.
saying? Like,
Trash.
but he didn't have the slappers.
I think that's a little different.
It was a little different. I see where
I
you
A
mean,
going.
little
like,
bit.
I'm not
I
even,
would just,
I'm
yeah, I
not even
mean,
speaking
on a very,
on,
very small
I'm not even
scale, you
speaking
feel
on
me?
what he did after, but
He
what
did a
Gunna
lot of
did,
things,
Gunna and
but
6ix9ine. I mean, some people might say like a rat is a rat. You feel me?
and
But
that's the
I
only
don't
reason
know
I brought it up. Because that's the
that
only
shit.
other person I can compare him to
I
that
they,
actually had something public like this that we all seen, and then they came back and then had to like try to pursue a career after that.
see, and that like that's the thing though. You feel me? Like if Gunna took the stand like 6ix9ine did, I don't think that he would be able to come out here like and anybody would really fuck with him like that. I think that Gunna's situation has like question marks around it and what your view and opinion is, you feel me? And they kind of give people an out to be like, he ain't necessarily do this, you feel me? It was, you know what I mean? So I think that have a lot to do with it as well. I think if he would have just straight took the stand and sat there and like pointed people out, I think it would have had a different effect on his career than like the Alfred plea. You feel me?
I do agree.
Think
I agree
I
with you.
think that kind of like more or less affect people that like really fuck with Thug and what Thug think. You know what I'm saying? I think they kind of like looking at it from that aspect. You feel me? But I think a lot of other
I do
people
get it. I think but Gunna
may not
made
necessarily
made it
feel that way.
a lot. He made it easier for people to have that take with good music. When you got good music connected to it, you like you start you start thinking about the situation differently. You start really, really thinking about what all right, he ain't say nothing. He came out, he just got to work. He just you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. 6ix9ine didn't go put no hot music out and just didn't stick to the music. He did all these other antics, he did all these other things, and that's why you know what I mean his career ain't go the way he wanted it to go. I feel like Gunna benefited by putting out hot music and just staying out the way.
Him all alone.
By himself. He doing it all by himself too.
I haven't looked at like no 6ix9ine numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I just feel like in the community that like we really live in, like counseling 6ix9ine is like not playing two songs. You know what I'm saying? Like Yo was everywhere, but the audience that he was catering to, you feel me? Like it started like with some street shit, and then that shit really like he was on some, you know what I mean? And I feel like 6ix9ine audience might not give a fuck either way, you feel me? But I don't really know what his numbers is like, or he got, and then he done had a lot of other continued legal shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he can't even make moves like that. But that's not to say like I think Gunna's music is better. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely also think like what they did in those situations is very different. And I think it's hard to like also hard to really compare because like they not in the same lane. I just like the niggas that Gunna music might be proverbially talking to and what their views are on like snitching and ratting is different than like the views of the people that 6ix9ine music be talking to, and that's really what's going to make the difference in how much continued success they had. It's just
That's not what
what the
I'm
people
not saying.
listening think. You feel me?
I don't think what I'm saying is regardless of what they did. You know what I'm saying? It's the same to me, it's like somebody did something that people don't like. You feel me? And then they came out with good music and people start forgiving them. The same way they start forgiving R. Kelly, the same way they start forgiving Chris Brown, the same way when you make good music, people will start forgiving you and start overlooking some of the things that they may not have liked or
Chris
seen you
Brown
do.
into this?
All they
I'm
wanted
just
to do.
talking about. That's just an example of
All
a
they
person
wanted.
who had people that was putting
I went
hate
straight for the
against him.
homie.
He was
God
blackballed.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? But he came back
Straight
because
for
he
the
made incredible
homie, bro.
music. He kept working.
Damn.
It's about the music
Shout out
at
to
the
the
end of the
homie
day,
Steve
yo.
Reese, man.
Make some fire. And then niggas will be like, all right, it's undeniable. He got fire. And that's what's happening with Gunna to me. It's like, niggas like, the music is undeniable. He makes
No,
great music. We
nobody's
have to fucking allow him to exist in this world because he makes great music. And he ain't do nothing that bad when we really look at it to some people.
and he got Thug out the paint.
He's got a
Hey,
nuanced
man.
situation. His situation has a
I
lot
tell
of.
you one thing, though. This is the ultimate thing. Let me get a solo on myself for this one. Thug, it's on you. You feel me? Niggas been kind of saying Baby might have been falling off. You feel me? Gunna done dropped now 3 projects since he been out. While you was still sitting in jail, he now you out, but he on his third. We waiting for you to drop, Thug. You gotta take the motherfucking streets over.
What are you
You
gonna
gotta
rap
take the
about?
streets over. You feel me? You gotta give niggas something that's gonna make niggas not listen to Gunner. You feel me? If you mad about it,
If you mad.
that's what I think. The ball in the court.
If you mad.
Gunner already showed what he gonna do.
Get off Twitter,
You
nigga.
gotta. Hey yo,
Get off Twitter.
if
Get off Twitter.
Get in the booth.
Thug drop some heat, niggas won't be listening to Gunner. Niggas will be listening to Thug.
Simple.
What was the hey Holiday, can you remind me and maybe some of the viewers of what was the stipulations around his recording of the music? Was it certain stuff that he couldn't say or stuff like that around his plea? I mean,
All right, so I know that he cannot like promote certain things like gang activity and shit like that.
I got it.
Yeah, because I can't. I'm looking it up. I can't remember like
okay.
like all the beats.
He cannot use any language, hand signs, or terminology that represents criminal street gangs or promote gang lifestyles in any way. This means with the recorded music as well as his social media presence must be free of such content. And that also includes associating with any of the co-defendants.
You know what? You know what the irony in that is. You feel me? And this is kind of like it's like the caveat. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as I hate to say this, you feel me? Like if you ain't calling it like bees or bees, you know what I'm saying? It get kind of like blurry because Hootie, you got APG, niggas got a handshake, you know what I'm saying? Now Thug got you Scotty, or however he said. I still see him on the post doing handshakes. I don't know what they are, but I see him, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, who is it to determine what makes it a gang activity or what not? Which is the whole thing from the beginning, which maybe is why niggas is mad at Gunna because he said it was functioning as a gang. And that's maybe the only reason why you can say that, because other than that, it's just homies doing the same shit.
Hey, bro. I never really thought about it that way, and that's why I'm saying, because I was thinking about like
Sometimes you gotta talk through it.
As an artist who make a certain type of music all your life, and now they saying they taking a big part of your music out of, you know what I'm saying? It's like what direction, you know what I'm saying, is he getting ready to go with this next album? So,
Truly.
you know what I mean? I know he still can make. I know he's a good enough artist. You know what I'm saying, to make all different types of music. You know what I'm
You got
saying, but
I
he
mean,
definitely
he dropped the
uses
joint with Future.
that wasn't
that
it
didn't
yet.
work.
He got so much to talk about, and people want to hear that. They don't want to hear the 3-man
You
weave
gotta get
record,
honest.
Lil Baby and Future. You've been through a lot the past 5 years. We want to hear your pain on this one, bro. Not the 3-man weave shit with Future and Lil Baby. You can do that whenever. Nah, we need to hear what you've been through for the last 5 years.
You know my only problem with
I like
that,
that. I like that take. Go
and
ahead.
Talk about
and
that.
Chubb, I'm not against you on what we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? My thing is just what that's not what he wants to talk about. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying.
Like I can't necessarily I can't take that from him. Like he went through it. It was a lengthy progress. It was very process, pardon me. It was very public. You know what I'm saying? Niggas seen it. If he wanna be done with that and not revisit it, get it. I get it. I'm not gonna hold it against him like, damn, you ain't tell us about the shit. Like, I'm just interested to see what he do say. You know what I mean? Like I referenced the track with Future just content wise, like what was he talking about? You
Yeah.
feel me? Like as
Right.
far as the
Yeah.
guidelines of what he can't say. That's why I brought that up. You feel me? But yo,
Nah. I feel
like
that.
I don't Thug got some fire. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I haven't listened to like all Thug. So I can't really reference like songs where he was going in about anything personal. Maybe talking about street shit, but I don't know any songs I can think of offhand where he really talked about trials and tribulations,
So,
personal experiences that weren't
so
like
hold on.
street
So hold on real quick.
relatable.
Hold on real quick.
That
So
wasn't street relatable.
that just reminded me. There's been a snippet of a song with him and Lil Baby where he was doing that. He mentioned some names and shit on the record,
Mm-hmm.
and it went kind of viral. This was like within the like last week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you peeped the shit he said about Gunna. It wasn't
Oh
just
yeah.
other shit he
Yeah.
said on the record. It wasn't just Gunna. It was other people he mentioned on the record. So he's starting to tap into that from what it looks like. Like, okay, a little more of that. What, like, how do you feel? Get it out on the record. I don't think they're
But
gonna
that could go
Rico you.
left, yo. That could go
I don't think
left
they're gonna Rico you if you
because
go like. Go ahead.
because that's not really like okay. So when you initially said what you've been through, this is very hypothetical, right? But my mind thought was sitting in a cell by my lonely. Brian still my only homie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm thinking. Like, but like whatever he said about Gunna, like that still can like go into that same street messy shit. You feel me? And
So with
not
that,
I
like
mean,
in depth.
so with that being
but
said, you the artist. Your job is to create art. Figure it out. Figure it out.
I think it can be.
Do what an artist
I don't think
does.
he has to like necessarily like. I don't think he has to necessarily like say like names and like. I think he can talk about not just saying it like that, but he can go more into detail about what was going on, how he was thinking for real. You know what I'm saying? When he can make a song or when he may have been thinking about betrayal or something. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways that he can like attack, you know what I mean, these type of the subject without really getting into the details of the case. You know what I'm saying? Like saying this and that. This was like, dang, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Damn, my shorty, boom, boom. You know what I mean? And you can say some like things that's went viral. You know what I mean? Just to get the the internet people going, you know what I mean? The shit that they want to talk about. But he could definitely, I think that would be the route to go, you know what I'm saying? To at least get everybody listening. Because everybody going to listen. We was tuned in, so we going to want to listen. If it's a bunch of party songs or just on some totally different things, I don't know if we going to tune all the way in.
Yo,
Frank, what you got, man?
I think one thing a lot of people is overlooking is the simple fact that if Gunna was signed to this nigga, I'm willing to he was getting a little sauce from him too. And that might be part of the reason for the decline in his and Lil Baby's music. I'm just saying, my nigga, it don't take a
Hey,
math
yo.
that shit together, yo.
Hey, bro. You may not be wrong.
I'm just
You
saying.
need to call to that nigga. They need to place a call.
I ain't even think about that.
If he the one who got the gift, then y'all need to figure that out. If he the one who got the gift, then y'all don't.
Not if you telling me he just obligated his contract with this third album.
He put his name on them papers as far as like people to work with. His name's on them papers. So
that's a fact. But
As long as he's on the label. As long as he's on the label. He no longer on the label. Now he is.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta figure that out, Doug. You gotta be an artist. You gotta tap into your artistry. It's gotta be a way to get this off without getting Rico'd, bro. You are artist, you're talented. Figure it out. That's his job.
I don't think
Boosie figured it out.
I don't think that's an issue. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Personally, you feel me?
But, and he still got everybody back. Everybody still gonna support him.
We ain't even really getting to Frank. I'm gonna ask you so we can get off this topic. You feel me? What's your thoughts on just Fat Joe's dilemma himself? You kind of was getting into it a little bit earlier. You feel me? But what's just your final thought on Fat Joe's dilemma of having guilt while listening to it?
Bro, you are old ass man, and I feel like especially it's something about Fat Joe where he feels like he has to, still give off that Joey Crack persona to a certain extent, even though this nigga done hosted mad like E-Channel Awards and motherfucking Martha Stewart-esque type shows and shit. Like, Fat Joe, come the fuck on, bro. I know you got the show with Jada and it's a wave right now, but let that shit go, bro. Corny at best.
You watch the show?
I have not, to be honest with you, Trey, I have not caught an episode. I have caught clips, but I have not caught a full episode. But it looks like a wave.
Yeah. Get to it when I get to it.
Amen.
All right. We had some other news today. You feel me? I definitely don't want to stay on this topic too long, but since it was just announced, I definitely want to speak on it. So it is now official. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Jake Paul will face Tank Davis in a wild exhibition bout on November 15th, 2025. State Farm's Arena in Atlanta, streaming live on Netflix. This matchup is pure spectacle. Paul, the 200-pound cruiserweight, taking on Davis, the 135-pound WBA lightweight champ. That's a 65-pound gap, not to mention Davis is 8 inches shorter. What are you guys feeling on the news of the fight, and what do you expect to see? We're going to try to keep this conversation at the 45-minute mark. Chubbs, it's on you, man. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. It's official. It's on paper.
I can't stand it. I'm not a fan of it. First off, nobody asked for this fight. That's number one. Number two, it looks like you're ducking the approach. It looks like you're ducking now. He can accuse you of that because this is the fight that everybody wanted to see. You was talking that rematch shit, how he was initiating the clause, then all of a sudden you run into the bag. And that's my thing about Jake Paul fights. Like, you got problems enough that people think your fights are fixed already because you the bad, because you can bring
Fixed.
millions to the fight. So people think that your shit is fixed already. So my opinion is, I don't know what's going to happen in this fight. Like, if you take a dive for the bag, that's in play. That's in play. Like, that Mike Tyson shit. You mean to tell me Mike couldn't let off a quick fury and really hurt that motherfucker? He had to look like that. Like, I felt like that was a dive. So I'm gonna know. This isn't gonna keep me in the house on a Saturday night. This doesn't move the needle for me. I don't fuck with it. It looks like you ducked Lamont Roach. That's the fight people would rather see. But whatever. You went to go chase the bag. I get it. But just because you're going to chase the bag, like, bro, you don't have the strongest resume, Tank. I'm gonna be honest with you. Your best fights is Rolly, as far as name wise, Rolly Romero, Leo Santa Cruz, Frank Martin, and Lamont Roach. That's not a murderer's row of names. That mattered in the sport. That matters. That gets you Hall of Fame rankings, who you fought and shit like that. But it's a different era. I get it, but that don't mean that the shit is trash. That don't mean that it ain't trash. And you need names on your resume. This was the best fight out there. You didn't take it. You went for the bag. I don't know if this is an act. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know what to expect, but this shit ain't keeping me in the house on a Saturday night. I'm more frustrated at the fight than anything, to be honest with you. I think the shit is a sideshow, as things are usually with Logan Paul. Or Jake Paul, my bad, Jake Paul. Things are a sideshow with him usually. So I don't trust it. I don't fuck with it.
Fair enough. Hootie.
I'm not really interested in the fight. You know what I'm saying? It don't really make any sense to me. It seemed like Tank trying to be Floyd. You know what I'm saying? But he trying to be Floyd way too early. It's like, bro, you still got business to take care of. Yet you out here trying to do exhibition fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, yo. That's all I gotta say. It don't make no sense to me, man. Shit silly.
Right?
And
Go ahead, Hootie. You got something else?
I was gonna say Jake Paul a bitch for real, yo. Cause like, why the fuck you ain't fighting nobody? That's a real fighter, my nigga. We at this point, this shit is a show. I'm not saying he not a real fighter, but yo, real fights. It ain't no Tank not gonna fight no real fucking heavyweight. That's a real boxer. Unless this shit is fake.
That's what I'm saying. I can't trust it.
Unless it's fake. At this point, I mean, we should have just did something with the. I'd rather that nigga went over to the WWE. You feel me? That should have been way more lit.
Well,
Right, what you got?
it's interesting you say that, Hootie, because this fight is gonna be on Netflix, which also houses the WWE. I believe the promoter for this fight, as much shit as y'all throwing on Jake Paul, he's the one promoting the fight, bro.
Jake Paul.
For him.
Yeah.
That don't mean that it's not a work though. I don't trust nothing. He lost one fight. You know who that fight was to?
I want to get
Tyson
mine. I
Fury's
want to get
brother,
mine then.
Tommy Fury.
I want to get mine then because we're not staying on this long. You feel me? First of all, like Jake Paul had some interesting like fights. You feel me? But like the nigga started boxing when he started doing these fights. You feel me? And the motherfucker came a long way. You feel me? So I'm no longer in the conversation of not crediting him for like being able to box because he can. As far as the Tank fight goes, you feel me? Like, makes all the sense in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Tank has already expressed that like retirement is in his near future. You feel me? Like the things that boxing takes to be as successful as he's been, you feel me? They are parts of him that he wants to let go of and kind of live a different life. You feel me? So he's already expressed it like, oh, I'm kind of like on the back end of this shit. You feel me? the Lamont Rose shit, like, yeah, we wanted to see the rematch and we wanted to see Tank get like the win to make up for the tie. But I think like the amount of money that is like the difference in the amount of money that will be made between these two fights, you feel me? Like, I think is a easy decision personally, you feel me? And if Tank and him was supposed to fight in August, that fight been, I guess, off for at least a month, you feel me? Like this, if he felt like this was the better move for where he at right now in life, hey man,
Bro,
more
they
power to him, you feel me?
40 million off top, and then whatever they can finesse off of the fucking gate, and whatever they can finesse more from Netflix and the fucking streaming numbers, bro. They about to kick up, fam.
It's about to be
I
very
ain't say it
lucrative
wasn't gonna be a
eventually, you feel
bag.
me?
It's just like this way you want your legacy to go, cool. You feel me? If this way you want your legacy to go, cool.
That's like funny though.
I'm just telling you
That's
how people
funny.
gonna look at it.
Like,
How people gonna look at it later. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, I love Tank. He home team. But this is how people are gonna look at it later. This is how people gonna write his fucking story.
fuck people, bro. Fuck people, yo. Fuck
All
people,
right,
yo.
yo.
Get
I'm
the
just
motherfucking
saying.
check, bro.
That's the
Get the
risky thing.
motherfucking
Go
check,
for the
bro.
bag. Everybody
Fuck
I'm
be
people,
not
bro.
saying don't get the check.
bag.
You
Fuck
getting the check.
people,
He doing it. He
man.
signed a deal. It's happening.
Fuck
You know
people,
what I'm
man.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Because guess what, yo? You feel me? As good as a career as I might feel like Tank has had, Chubb just said that his shit's mediocre. He ain't really fighting nobody. So like, what are we really talking about? What are we talking about now? Niggas like, oh, protect your legacy. Trump, you just said that his legacy's shit because he ain't really fighting nobody. Go get the motherfucking check, bro.
I didn't
You know
say
what I'm
his
saying? Go
legacy
get
was
the
shit.
check,
I
bro.
didn't say that.
I'm
Chubb
talking
said
to
that.
whoever said it. I'm talking to whoever said it.
But
But
that ain't
that's not like
that's
that's not the first time I heard that though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is he passing up the bag for? So niggas can be like, oh, he should have beat Lamont Roast the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. And me personally, November on a Friday or Saturday, I'll stay in the house for that. I'll stay in the house for that. For sure. In November. You know what I'm saying? I'm not letting that keep me in. But we already fucking over. I had a couple little fucking some more sports shit, but I don't want that shit to really drag. Just while we in this realm of combat sports, did anybody check out UFC 319?
I fell
Nah.
asleep.
No.
I fell asleep.
No.
I tried.
All right, so Hamza Chimaev dominated DDP. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name. You feel me? To claim the middleweight title in a jaw-dropping performance. Duches do please, please. I don't know.
Bless this.
I don't know how to say his name. Treatis. Yeah, whatever. They call him DDP. I'm gonna call him DDP. Shit was a crazy fight. Pure domination by Chimaev, you feel me? Not even mad at DDP. It ain't like he went out like no sucker, but the dominance was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of just brought it up because I wanted to briefly ask, and even though y'all didn't see the fight, y'all can still probably answer the question. You feel me? I just want to know, do y'all have as much respect for people who can dominate on the wrestling tip as you do for people that can like just knock niggas out?
I got respect for anybody that can dominate the style that he prefers.
Yeah, I agree.
So whatever is your style, if you're a mad guy, like for example, what's my man name? Khabib Nurmagomedov. You can once Khabib got around, the fight's over. There's nothing you can do. So I got respect for guys like that, and then I got respect for my man Derek. I forgot his last name, but the big dude who be knocking motherfuckers out left and right.
Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis, yeah. Derek Lewis. And I got motherfuckers like
Derek Lewis is special.
Derek Lewis would rather just knock you out and go home. Whatever
Hey,
your method is.
Yeah. And UFC, I actually think both are equally exciting to me. You know what I'm saying? I think a submission, like watching somebody like fight for their life on the ground, and then they
Nah, this
still get
submission
submitted.
fire. Yeah, yeah.
Like it's crazy to watch.
Fire.
You feel me? It's just as crazy as somebody just banging the nigga in his face and he just drop.
But what about but not with the submission though.
Not with the submission.
I'm
Like you
talking
just a
about no
wrestler.
finish. It's just
Like you
straight.
just a
It's just
wrestler and you
straight
you
5
slamming them
rounds.
around, and you slamming him around
No,
all game. That's your game. Oh, what you
it's
mean?
you come in, you walk in the cage,
Yeah.
takedown. You never get back up. Ain't no submission. It's just you straight. That's where you at.
That's
Until this bell
That's
ring, then you get up, and then I take you back down
it's a
again.
science in that, bro, and I appreciate greatness. It's a science in that. Cause cause I really would be like, yo, this nigga really can't get up. This is crazy. He really can't get up.
When Khabib fought Conor McGregor, that
Watch
was the
that
fight.
fight.
He couldn't get up. That was
You should
Conor
watch that
McGregor
fight.
couldn't get up.
Yeah, I just ain't get a chance to
Right.
like set anything up. That's why I ain't really watch it for real. It was too late.
What you think, Frank?
I mean, I've seen a nigga land a lucky punch. I never seen a nigga land a lucky takedown. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit definitely takes technique. And then,
You know what's crazy, yo? I done seen a lucky takedown. You know what I'm saying, but
Yeah, it's
not
been lucky
like
takedowns, but
I feel what you're saying though. Like
yeah, I understand.
you can just throw hands and get a punch off, but to like take a nigga down intentionally and keep him there, that ain't luck. I get what you're saying.
That's when he trying not to let you.
You know who's another great wrestler, like fighter that wrestles? John Jones. What John Jones did was he took your legs from you, and every part of you died after that. Every part of you died. He kicked the shit out your legs. Your legs would be on fire. You could hardly stand. Then the rest of you died after that.
That's what made him a GOAT. It was like whatever you wanted to do. If you needed to like wrestle, you know what I'm saying? If he needed to be kicked, if you wanted to kickbox or something for real, if you wanted to strike, he great at striking. You know what I'm saying? Like he a GOAT.
John Jones and Khabib, two fighters that did everything.
Yeah, they did. That's two fighters I literally seen do what they want more times than not.
Yep, especially Khabib. That was ridiculous what he did.
Yeah, Khabib.
Wanted to fight.
He took down King.
To wrap that up, you feel me? I just want to say that my history of watching UFC, you feel me? If hypothetically I've heard a commentator say 100 times he's attempting to put him in the crucifix, or if he does this, he could get him in the crucifix. Let's say I've heard that 100 times. I may have seen it once. He put him in the crucifix 3 times in one fight in 3 different rounds. You feel me? It's just crazy. You feel me? It's crazy dominance.
He finished it at the last one. The last one he finished him. Was it finished?
No. What's it called?
Okay.
The crucifix not really like it's a position. It's not really like a.
Oh, it's not really a submission
move.
Okay.
No, it's a position. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You ain't really going like tap out from a crucifix, but like he could probably do something else to you because you're in a crucifix. No did he?
Was he like?
But all right.
Was it in a position like punch? Still. You still punch from there.
So a crucifix is when you see like my arms are out, right? Stop doing that. It's not a crucifix. My arms are out, right? I am the victim. Okay.
Okay.
The crucifix is his legs being wrapped around this arm, and then his arms having this arm, and you're like this.
It's a bitch position,
That's a
bro.
crucifix.
Okay, got you.
You feel me?
Yeah, so he got this whole upper body pinned.
So when He probably got your arm with like one arm. He still can like punch you in your face and shit like that. Yeah.
Got you. That's what I was asking. Can you still, you know what I mean?
I tell you who couldn't punch. DDP. He was all tied up, all right?
But yeah, what else you had, Lil G?
All right. I'm gonna get into some quick football shit. Just wanted to put this out there. This is some old AFC player news though. But apparently Najee Harris, now of the LA Chargers, probably gonna miss the beginning of the season due to the eye injury suffered on 4th of July and the fireworks incident. You feel me? Like JPP, like he fucked his hand up. Now he fucked his vision up, bro. I think like hopefully he be all right. But then he got this rookie behind him looking all right. He might have really fucked his career up with this
Where he at
fireworks
now?
display, man.
I forgot.
Chargers.
Yes, right.
Chargers, yeah.
Because they got rid of Dobbins.
He's in there with Dobbins.
Yo, real, I'm honestly surprised that's not a clause in contracts now. Like during the off season, stay the fuck away from fireworks.
It's about to start being one.
It's going to be one now.
Don't learn their lesson.
Yeah.
Very goofy behavior that y'all motherfuckers is Looney Tunes yourselves off these sticks of dynamite.
And if y'all better stop playing.
That one like that motherfucker, you $1 million athlete.
I ain't gonna lie.
Why you gotta like
He
the
lucky-
fireworks to be here?
He lucky 4 extras blew his whole hand off, or niggas will really be talking about this shit.
Bro,
You feel me?
had no
Bruh.
label on it. Them Dynamite had
He
no
lucky.
label.
Oh,
Those
niggas will
definitely-
really be talking about this shit.
Definitely
But
a
you know,
bad year for the
at the same
fireworks.
time,
Bad year for
hey yo,
fireworks.
the way listen, y'all. So the way Frank shit look right now, with like Kobe and the chair, don't look like Kobe standing up and shit. Like, with the chair underneath right there, like you standing up talking to him and shit. Oh yeah, hold on. So y'all can see it too. You feel me?
Like jeans and everything on Kobe, yo.
Right.
Like some jeans on.
That shit look wild as a motherfucker. Shout out to Kobe, man.
Yeah.
Right. In other like AFC news, AFC North news, Trey Hendricks and the Bengals still at odds, potentially on the trading block, and right now it's reported the potential trading teams could be the Browns, the Colts, or potentially the 49ers. You feel me? The question I wanted to ask pertaining to that, yeah,
They would do something. They would do something.
the question I
stupid
want to
enough.
ask pertaining to that, without getting in depth, this was strictly the name. You feel me? I feel like we kind of talked about this a little bit before, but just because of this particular story, worst football franchise in NFL history, team name only.
Lord. There's some bad franchises.
I'm gonna have to settle on Cleveland.
It gotta be Cleveland.
I gotta settle on Cleveland. Like
Yeah.
I thought about the Cardinals for a second, but at least they've made a Super Bowl appearance when I was alive. I thought about
Yes.
the Chicago Bears for a second. At least
They made a Super Bowl appearance.
when I was alive. I even thought about the Tennessee Titans for a minute. Even they've made a Super
Made
Bowl
a Super Bowl appearance.
when I was
Just on their
alive.
live.
Jacksonville Jaguars. I didn't see them get to a Super Bowl, but they've made conference final runs. They've made
They
runs
have.
to conference finals. I've seen
You
them-
also seen their first game ever.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Cleveland's never had any measure of success except making the playoffs. They won a first round game, lost in the second round. But other than that, I've never seen a measure of success from that franchise. It's been years since that Baker Mayfield year where he did lead them to the playoffs. It's been years since then. So
Yeah, you know what
right now,
and you know what I always say, like that whole
You know what's
legacy
crazy?
that he
Even when
had.
we say like team name only, we still get into like extended conversation.
Because man, they that's how bad they are, bro.
I mean, yeah, I think we can just agree on Cleveland. Frank, do you have a personal opinion?
I said Jacksonville.
Fair enough. All right, listen. So last thing, AFC North, you feel me? And I'm only saying this because this is interesting for me to have seen. But the Pittsburgh Steelers are rumored to be eyeing a blockbuster trade for Tyreek Hill, hoping to add speed to that already, as this documented, stacked offense.
They
First
don't
of
have a
all,
fucking running game. What you mean stacked offense?
first of all, but Tyreek Hill to the Steelers. What you think about that, Chubbs?
I'll believe it when I see it. The Steelers are the franchise. This is the first year in like a lot of years that they've been aggressive as far as the offseason goes. That's not a franchise that does trades like that. They don't give their shit up as far as picks and everything like that. So I'll believe it when I see it.
What I think they gonna do, or why they being so aggressive, is because this Tomlin last chance. You feel me? Tomlin last chance, and they like, bro, we gonna give you everything that you want. We being aggressive. We going after all the good players that we can get. You better show the fuck out, man. What they don't know is they still ain't got
What's
enough.
showing out in your opinion? What's showing out in your opinion?
No, they want to rank.
Super Bowl, baby.
A
They
ring?
definitely don't want. Yeah, they want to reign. They definitely don't want no.
I mean,
With earn, they only
that puts
getting a year.
fun and
They
shit
only
out the
getting a
window.
year out of earn. They only get a year.
Nah, no bullshit. You
So
think they
we
gonna
want
get a
to
whole
rank
year
next
out
year.
of them?
They gonna try. I don't think so. Not with how aggressive this AFC North is. And when he gonna have to really start playing these AFC North teams when it's cold and later in the year. And they wrapped
Hey,
up and
yo, it's
everybody
gonna
know who
be
they are, and Mike Green coming up that corner.
it's gonna be different when niggas can hit you, bro.
Everybody got the red
It's gonna
shirts
be
on,
different.
everybody stopping. Nah, bro.
No.
Let me ask
You
something.
seen what happened to Anthony Richardson.
I will say
What
this.
you got, Chubbs?
Pittsburgh does need a number 2 receiver. Other than DK Metcalf, they don't have anybody else to really throw to, like besides the tight end and the backs in their backfield. They're struggling at that second receiver position, trying to find a number 2 receiver. On a serious note, so if you feel like Tyreek Hill is the guy and you're trying to make that move, then you might want to go for it. You might want to go ahead and trade picks to get him. I don't think you got to give up a first to get him, but you might got to give up some picks. So if you feel like that's the move, then you need
If
to
you
pick because they don't have a number 2 receiver. And DK Metcalf, I fuck with him, but he only do one thing. He want to run his nines. He ain't running that route tree. So
and that's if like the thing with the Steelers also, like all their like picks, like they gain good players, but they also let go some of the best players. So it's like, yo, you didn't really get better. You know what I'm saying? You became, and really, is DK Metcalf really better than Pickens' full potential? I don't know.
I'll say yeah. Pickens, I can't trust him. He play when you want to play, but
You just can't
hey,
trust him. But if you could trust him,
they do the same shit. They do the same thing. That's why they traded Pickens. They do the same shit. They just want to run nines all day. I fuck with Metcalf, but he only good going 9.
yo.
Hit
But
you with a slant
if you got
but
two of
he's
those
really just a
threats,
9.
you got two of those threats. You keep the two safeties high all game, and now your tight ends and your running backs can eat.
You got one of them now. You only got one. So if Tyreek
Now
Hill's the
you only got one.
you might want to
Now
make
we only need one over top. So it's like I'm not worried about anything that they doing. I know I see that they trying. If they get Tyreek Hill, they get Tyreek Hill. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we won one. I think I don't know. Tyreek Hill is definitely a problem, but
That would be a good move. If that happened, that would be a good move. That would be a good move.
That's why we got to deep. We got to deal with Jamar Chase and Higgins every fucking 2 times a year. We not worrying about no nice ass receivers coming over to the fucking north. We built for that. We built for you nice ass receivers, man. We're not worried. And the only person that put any fear in our heart is Jamar Chase, but he don't, because he don't even win the game. They don't win. So you ain't really putting no fear. I just don't like seeing you go for 150 yards.
That nigga be going crazy anytime you see.
Don't play against him in fantasy football that week.
That nigga be going crazy.
Outside of that,
What? Yeah. What else you got, bro?
all them niggas in training can't fight each other, so they'll be all right or not. All right.
Whatever.
Well,
we're gonna touch on
a little bit of men's perspective, man.
All right. I mean, niggas. Lamar hurting his hand and shit.
I don't know enough about it.
They said he got. Let me read the Adam Scheffler report real quick.
Yeah, I heard the Adam Scheffler report, and then I heard something different.
Yeah, they say he got
the last thing I heard was niggas. Right.
Yeah, he got stepped on. He played a couple plays, and then he left practice. I think he'd be okay. If I know Lamar Jackson, I know.
2 weeks before the start of the season? 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You're not even playing in the preseason. 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Just like, all right, you feel me? I'm not even really trying to invest heavy energy into that. You feel me?
No, it was just real quick.
Nothing conclusive. You feel me? Initially, one thing was said, then something else was said. Anything could be true.
Harbaugh
tell me he can't play in some games. You feel me? So I mean, Harbaugh ain't said and shit. I forgot who they said it, but like,
I know. I didn't see him report anything yet. So
yeah,
that's a men's perspective.
Yeah, I do. You feel me? But yeah, I'm just gonna go to men's. I ain't gonna go back to no football shit. All right. We got 3 questions this week. Got plenty of time. So, first question I want to bring to the room. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever done to impress someone? What is the most ridiculous thing you've done to impress someone? Was that like you trying to pick between like all the ridiculous things, Frank? Or was like like you can't really think of nothing ridiculous you ever done?
Yeah, I ain't shit, because I can't really think of nothing too ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Hey, yo, go. You got one holiday?
Hold up. I got you.
I need an example.
I had
niggas think is ridiculous.
I had gone in another room and came out fully costumed like Batman.
Okay.
All right, that's a little ridiculous.
Did it work though? Did you get the desired reaction?
Yeah.
Now, like, narrowing down like the most ridiculous thing, you feel me?
Yeah, let me hear how.
I probably had to think like long about like the most ridiculous thing, you feel me? But like I have definitely like no. I'm gonna tell you the most ridiculous thing I've ever done to impress someone. You feel me? It's in high school. You feel me? Trying to get my old bitch back. You feel me? And every day for like a week, I printed out song lyrics and gave them to her. You feel me?
It's a little ridiculous.
Fire.
I wasn't even the one that like fucked the shit up though. You feel me? That shit was ridiculous. Why was I doing that when
That was definitely
you
ridiculous.
left me hanging? That was ridiculous. You feel me?
That was ridiculous, my nigga.
That was ridiculous, bro. You feel me?
For sure. For sure. I can't. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
42 cool.
I got another one.
You got right.
Ninth grade, right before winter break. You feel me? I got this chick, some jewelry, some undisclosed jewelry. You feel me? And apparently she had a boyfriend. Whole tea, bro. Whole tea. I wasn't even in the inner circle.
They ain't have a whole fact.
I got one.
Then, you know?
To know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wish I would have had a whole facts back then, man. I wish.
Woody got one?
I got one. This was absolutely ridiculous. This is one of the times I was like, probably like early 20s, you feel me? In a relationship, you feel me? Nigga got caught cheating for real and like fake cried, you know what I'm saying? To try to like stay there. That shit was hella ridiculous for real. You feel me? Like, bro, you was wild.
Hey, yo, it's so funny you said that. It's so funny you said that. Hey, yo, Chubbs, you might get a pass. You might get a pass. Do you have one right now, Chubbs? Yes or no?
A story?
Do you have a most ridiculous thing?
Yeah, and I wish I never had to tell this, but this, I guess I have to tell it
Well,
now.
you gonna come back to that. Go ahead, Chubbs.
So I had a little shorty that I was basically with at this was early 2000s, probably around 2002. And I was between jobs at the time, unfortunately. I was between jobs. But it was her birthday coming up. And during this time, Coach bags were the wave. Like, it was a Coach bag craze going on. Coach bags, Coach bags, Coach bags. That's all I remember. So one day I'm at home, and guess who decides to come through the door with a new Coach bag? My mother. She decides to get a new Coach bag, and she's all happy about it. But my mother has so many bags at the time. Like, she's a purse bag connoisseur, and she had so many of them at this time. Yeah, she's excited about this bag, but I had to do what I had to do being between jobs, and that shorty wanted a Coach bag. She wanted a bag herself, and I'm like, damn. Like I said, the woman had so many bags at the time, and I'm between jobs, so I couldn't get her the bag. And I took the bag.
You robbed Peter to pay Paul?
I took that bag, did that shit, some nice wrapping, and gave it to shorty, thinking that my mom wasn't going to pay attention to this bag. Because like I said, she has so fucking many. She has
that
so
was ridiculous,
many.
Chubbs.
It's no way she's going to miss this bag. She ain't picking up for that. I'm between jobs. She doesn't.
That was ridiculous.
Here it goes. So I gave shorty the bag and everything, and all that is good. But before you know it, about a week later after that, all of a sudden,
Moms want that
Mom knew she's looking for the bag. She won't go out.
Of course, she was ready.
She looking for the bag.
Looking for that bag.
So I had to come clean
Crazy.
about it. And let me tell you something, bro. That's one of the longest punishments I ever had in my life. I'm past the stage of getting whippings and all that. This is punishment in the house.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere, nigga, for the next. Let's say that whole bag incident kept me in the house for 3 months, and the next 5 years I heard about that shit. I would hear about it.
In the next 5
My mother would
years.
always bring that shit up, man. Like the next 5 years.
Remember, yeah, because you remember when
Did you
Chubby took that bag and gave it to that girl?
At that point, me and Shorty been over with. We been done. And still bringing that shit up. It took her about a good 5 years before she got over
She
that.
couldn't believe it, yo.
Yeah.
She couldn't believe it.
Like, it didn't hit the
Frank, what you got, Frank?
of it. Didn't hit me later on in life, but yeah.
I just want
You had a comment on that, Frank? Say it again.
Did you have to get the bag back?
Did you have to get the bag back? No.
There's no getting that bag back. That's over, bro. That was about 20-something years ago. That's been done. That's been over.
No, we saying like when she found out, like,
yeah,
you had to go call a girl, like, because that's what my mother would say. My mother would have been like,
bro, I more than made up for it. I was penalized. I made up for it in what I could do when I did get on my feet. There's a part where I did get on my feet and looked out for my dukes. Make no mistake about it. But nah, bro, I was in the ringer for about a good 4 months after that, my nigga. That put me down for like 4 months. So yeah, I paid the penalty.
I can see that.
Chubbs, you stole from your mother, Chubbs.
So I never want to tell, but you said most ridiculous thing you ever did. That's.
I mean, Chubbs, I'm not judging.
It was ridiculous. It was definitely ridiculous.
Bro, I had to do what I had to do at that time.
You can't say that it wasn't ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
We listen, but we
shit,
don't judge.
That was the first girl I ever loved. I was head over heels. That was the first girl I ever loved, bro. So I was head over heels, my nigga. I'm not going over.
Oh, he loved that.
Yeah. It's the first girl I ever really liked. You know what I'm saying? So I was gone, bro.
What you had though, Holiday?
You mean? Oh, yeah. Let's go back to Hootie and his shenanigans. You feel me?
Well, my shenanigans
definitely took us to another facet trade question of the day. You feel me?
Okay.
And the question is there a moment you realize vulnerability could be powerful? Was there a moment when you realized that vulnerability could be powerful?
I guess.
Hootie,
you know what I'm saying?
Hootie,
that was a moment. That was a moment for me.
Clearly, like, you know what? If I show some vulnerability right now and break down,
bruh,
this could get me out the doghouse, and that's power.
Pressure was on, bro. Pressure was on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Power.
She ain't see everything, but she seen enough. So I had to, like, you know what I mean, secure that. You know what I mean? I couldn't lose that.
On the sofa.
Couldn't lose that at the time, bro.
And the screen getting louder. It wasn't me.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to be as vulnerable as possible at that moment.
Enough.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was definitely powerful because
that was not vulnerability, Hootie. That was manipulation. That was not vulnerability. But it appeared to be vulnerability. You feel me?
It was either like
it worked. Hey man. You was in your 20s, bro. You was a kid.
Hey yo.
Go ahead, Frank.
Until you learn the power, yo. Until you learn the power.
You learn the power.
Man.
You know the power. But so on a serious note, though,
Frank.
like when I learned the power of vulnerability was when I learned the power in honesty. You feel me? Especially when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
like dealing with the opposite sex. When you're like honest with people, they tend to be honest with you. You feel me? And honesty brings like vulnerabilities, and you're able to like, you know what I'm saying, really feel what other people are like going through, thinking or whatever.
I like that.
Yeah. On a
I
serious
like
note.
that. I want to piggyback off of that. You feel me? And you kind of learn vulnerability and honesty. You know what I'm saying? And I say like I feel like I probably learned vulnerability in communication. You feel me? And honesty definitely come with communication. You feel me? But yeah, just really being clear. You feel me? About how you feeling about something. You feel me? Because like sometimes you try to avoid certain transparencies. You feel me? Because of the guard, but the guard has to come down sometimes. You feel me? And I think that's like when you kind of get it. Like,
Hmm.
yeah. Frank, what you got, bro?
I'm sorry, I just missed said, so this might sound very but it really to me it depends on what your version of vulnerability is. And for me that would be like expressing myself unfiltered. And when you get relationships, especially with the opposite sex, for whatever reason, they require that a lot of times. So
Chubbs?
Repeat that question for me, please.
Is there a moment you realize vulnerability can be powerful?
No, I've got a problem with vulnerability. I have a problem when I am vulnerable. It's never worked out for me in any type of way that was like positive or anything like that. Like that's probably my issues, but no, I don't have any good vulnerability stories. I don't like when I'm vulnerable. I know you got to grow up at a certain point, but there's a part of me that still feels like vulnerability equates to weakness. That's something I got to get over eventually. Maybe one day I will, but no, I'm not a
So
vulnerability type of guy.
is
I
it
don't like when I'm vulnerable. I don't like it.
is that across all your relationships?
Just about,
I
yeah,
was just going to ask that same question.
just about.
So like friendships included?
That depends. If I feel like I can talk to you, then I'll salvage what I can salvage. But as far as vulnerability, um, in general, honestly, in general, like when it comes to friends and things like that, if I feel like I can salvage something, then I'll express what I gotta express and I'll say what I gotta say. I feel like it's worth it. But for the most part, me and vulnerability don't really get along like that. It didn't really do too well for me when I've been vulnerable, bro.
Mm, trauma.
Trauma. I mean,
Trauma. Yeah.
that's why I say it's like honesty with me for real. I feel like everybody can at least start there. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to like be 100%, give every detail of every situation for real. But it's like, you know what
And
I'm saying?
Chubbs. With that being
When you
said,
fucked
though,
up, you need to say you fucked up. When you feel good, you need to say you
be,
feel
So hold
good.
on, so hold on,
When
hold
so
on.
hold on.
you know what I'm
Before
saying?
hold on, Chubbs. Hold on,
All
Chubbs.
right.
Hold on, Chubbs. Before we get there, you feel me? Like, I want to say that like your ability to be honest about your difficulties with vulnerability is indeed a sign of vulnerability. So just know that you one step closer right now than you were before we started having this conversation. You feel me? Round of applause for that.
I mean, I've seen you on this podcast be more vulnerable than ever. We've learned so many different things about you for real that we have never known, even as just being your friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you know what I mean? You don't you can do it. As
I know.
you can do
I know.
it.
So, for example, hold on, Hootie. So, for
And you
example,
articulate yourself very, very well.
so hold on. You remember the post show that we had last week, and the way you was like, "Yo, why ain't you saying anything? Why ain't you? Why ain't you? Why ain't you?" That's kind of like falls into it. I just kind of move a certain secretive ass way, and I don't want to like let everything out. Sometimes I kind of just keep shit close to the vest a little too much. It kind of
See,
went into the post show. You remember like how you was talking? I was still like moving secretive a bit. It kind of like even affects me in that way. So I don't want you to
Yeah,
think
bro.
that like that type of shit is personal and like that. It's just it's too ingrained in me. Like I got issues with vulnerability. I'm not going front.
Frank, was you about to say
Tell you,
something?
bro.
you're gonna have to talk to somebody about that, brother.
I did. They're not here anymore, so I just keep it internalized.
Understood.
See, bro, I thought you meant like professionally.
I do, but
You
you know
do,
that's
but
so.
I had people that I talk to in my life for these sort of things, and they just listen, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? I could trust them, but they're not here anymore. So I don't feel right trusting a random therapist or whoever that may be as far as professional.
See, like, but
I don't
that's
feel right
like, you
about that.
feel me? Like this is a thing
You gotta
though,
trust your
bro.
money.
Like, you still need that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just because those people are no longer here doesn't mean you don't still need an outlet, bro. You know what I'm saying? You still need an outlet, regardless of whether them people are here or not. You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta do is, instead of looking at it like them people not being here now means that I don't have that, you gotta look at them people being here to let you know that there are relationships you can find that will allow you to feel comfortable with having them conversations. You feel me? But you can't just cross off the option of having them conversations because you need to.
Yes,
I
got to.
You
internalize.
need to,
I'm not even
bro.
going front. I internalize even to a fault. I
It's
But
internalize.
not
yo,
healthy,
like this
bro.
the thing. But
It's not
yeah, this is the
healthy.
thing with internalizing. You feel me? Internalizing. You know what I mean? It's only giving you one outlook. You know what I'm saying? When you internalize it, you only thinking about your thoughts and your way of thinking and the way you grew up and everything that you learned. And it's only one way of thinking. So that you know what I mean? When it's like the way we move in this world is through collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Getting ideas out here into the world. That's why we even do a podcast. We sitting here getting 4 different ideas out into the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and your thoughts, you feel me? I feel like you're an intelligent person. I feel like your thoughts need to be out here into the world. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? You internalizing it, you feel me? Like it's really doing it like disservice to the world out here. You feel me? Because you have a lot of information, you have a lot of things that you could be out here, and we have platforms like this too, or you have homies and where we can, like you said, after shows. The way you know what I mean? If it's some shit that you ain't want to really get into it on the pod and a platinum, I mean, public platform, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But yo, you gotta get the shit off sometimes for real. You know what I'm saying? You can't
So
keep internalizing shit.
so on the flip
Hey, yo,
side,
bro.
I've said some shit on here that I never thought I'd say in life. Like that story I just let out about Shorty and the whole purse thing. I thought I would never let that story out again in life. But here I am on the podcast letting the story off. So
And we appreciate that,
I
bro.
do it in certain ways, but I ain't gonna front. I ain't perfect with it. I'm just too
And
used to
Chubbs,
internalizing. And I get
you
it.
know,
When you internalize so much, eventually you're gonna blow up. And it's happened to me on numerous occasions where everything just was it just rose and I just blew the fuck up. It's happened often, but
Like
once I
yo,
blow up, I'm
you know what
fine
they
after
say
that.
about a fart, Chubbs? You know what they say about a fart?
Hurts to hold it in.
Better out than in, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I want you to know, and I want people to know, like yo, if you have people that's there for you, people that's in your corner for real, you can reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to bottle everything up and deal with everything in the world on your own. It don't have to be everybody.
Man,
It can just be one person out of the, you know what I'm saying? But make sure it's somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man. Yo,
Holiday helped me out with a bunch of shit for real. I talked to him, taught me, you know what I mean? About a bunch of
hey,
shit for
yo,
real. Cause
yeah,
I mean, I
yo,
respect
it's
his
value.
perspective. He has a perspective on things, you know what I'm saying, that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? Holiday has a big heart. He has a heart. You know what I mean? Sometimes I need to talk to him about certain things so I can stop being so full hoodie mode. You know what I mean? Stop getting it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I may go crazy.
Yo, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I really be feeling like that's that kind of shit. Like, I'm sure like it's certain shit like who they just don't want to share. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of things like he do share. You feel me? And like, I think I just be the difference in the relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chuz, you my man. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't never had no Diddy. Like, we ain't never had no intimate moment. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I do be like, I hope a nigga know, like, yo, we spend enough time around each other, bro. Like, I'm just not like the party homeboy. You my nigga. Like, if nigga always got an ear for nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Um, even looking at my guy on the screen, you feel me? Like,
You too, brother.
I'll really, I'll talking about speaking on my man Frank in this particular instance, though. You feel me?
That's what I'm
Like, our
talking about.
friendship,
Yeah.
yeah, our friendship has sustained like a lot of time. You feel me? A lot of different outside entities. You feel what I'm saying? But like, it's because we like establish a direct personal like relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you'll make me feel like I add some value to your life, and I value that. So it makes me want to continue to be there. You feel me? Same thing with Hootie. You feel me? Like, nigga, like, man, people could just like have you around. You know what I'm saying? But when people make you feel like they value you being there, you feel me? It's just a way different type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? So like it be like a little like uncomfortable for me when I feel like I got like this established relationship with like certain people, but then they like don't feel like comfortable, like they going through something, and it's like you don't like you beat around the bush, or you don't like be like, yo, I'm going through this, you just disappear and shit. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is we linking up and doing all this shit for and being friends for if when you going through some shit, you feel like you can't even holler at a nigga. Like that shit like, but that's like, I'm not trying to like attack you, bro, but I just want you to know, like, it be like crazy. Like, bro, you got people in your life that will never replace the people that were there before, but can definitely help fill in some of the spaces that were left empty by them no longer being here, bro. But
And
you
really
can't just
got
quit me
like,
there, my
yo,
nigga.
really got the same type of love. You know what I mean? And that's what it be like. We recognize people really got the same type of love. You know what I mean? That will like sacrifice. They would do, you know what I mean? Sacrifice for you, do all different types of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think that I'll say this, like death plays a lot of part in that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit I got to deal with internally, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's a lot of shit I got to deal with internally. I don't want y'all to think that it's friends and like relationships with y'all. It's more so
Yeah, yo.
I got shit I got to deal with
But
internally that I never took care of. I
dealing
just
with
can't
internal
just pick it up and
issues
go through life.
don't mean keeping them internal, bro.
Yeah,
Dealing
I
with
just go through
internal
life.
issues don't mean keeping them internal.
I just go through life,
You
yo.
gotta get them internal issues out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get them
going through
out,
life,
bro.
Yeah.
You don't bring them to the front, you know what I'm saying, and like really deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about boxing earlier, if you don't really get in front of the matches that you're supposed to get in front of, how you really gonna be great?
Hey, yo, boom. Let me get a hand clap for Hootie. Hey, yo, because that's the fuck it right there, bro. You feel me? Like it be those things that you speaking about casual, like, yeah, I got internal things. Those be the barriers between where you at right now and the greatest you can be. Them internal things that you just, I gotta deal with them. You gotta deal with them. You gotta deal with them. But you like just telling yourself that like I don't want to be coming at you, no Diddy Chubb, so I don't want to keep on, my nigga.
It's
But I'm
not because
saying like,
it's not necessarily just about Chubbs. It's about
yeah,
anybody who
and
could be watching. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
thank you,
You
thank you,
feel
bro.
me? It's not so I
Thank
don't
you,
want
bro.
you to like and like after the show, I want you to stay on because we can go like we can have a deeper conversation on why we feel the way we feel and why we saying the things that we saying to you right now. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, this world is really fucking crazy. I don't want my homies dealing with shit eternally. And then, you know
How
what I'm
that
saying?
sells, bro.
You feel me? And the next thing you know, niggas may
What's
not
the
be here
point of
no
you
more.
being my
You
dog if
feel
you
me?
gotta go through shit by yourself, bro?
Nah,
But
my niggas ain't never,
if
nah. Why you think my favorite niggas is like, nah, the Dipset and like, you know what I mean? Niggas who, you know what I mean? I like Cruise, my nigga. I grew up on Cruise. Wu-Tang, nigga. Everybody looking out
nigga,
for each other. We here for each other. Come
hey,
on, son.
let me get brother Frank to chime in on this real quick, man.
Yeah, man. I
Which
think
what 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 should your views on vulnerability, and do you have a time or a moment where you realize how vulnerability can be powerful?
yeah, bro. I mean, I feel like this whole conversation is dope as fuck. And yeah, we definitely not trying to single out Chubbs and no respect and no shit like that. So I can just speak for myself. And I used to be a nigga that bottled everything up, dealt with everything internally, isolated, you feel me? And I would have them rage moments and shit. And Chubbs, you say like you feel better after them shits. I ain't really feel better after them shits, you feel me? So it really took, like Hootie was saying, different perspectives, different experiences, different conversations with people that kind of opened my eyes up to expressing myself more in certain situations. Like, I mean, Holiday will tell you, like, I done cried in front of that nigga, you feel me? I don't think Hootie ever seen me cry or no shit like that, but I'm sure Hootie done seen me fucked up. I done seen Hootie fucked up. Like, it's all in the game. So I feel like vulnerability is most powerful with your closest friends.
Mm,
Bro.
mm. Hey yo, because your closest friends, your true friends, never weaponize your vulnerability. You feel me? And
Mm.
sometimes you feel me, like as beneficial as vulnerability could be in like male female relationships, it's not always appreciated because it's not always understood how much it takes to be vulnerable, which is a credit to what you're saying right now, Chubbs. You feel me? It's not easy. You know what I'm saying?
It's not at all.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, I just want to add one more thing. I think vulnerability, you could also add like uncomfortable situations in that mix as well. Like certain interactions, certain topics that come up with your close friends and shit. I feel like y'all gotta be vulnerable to a certain extent to put yourselves in uncomfortable situations and have, uncomfortable conversations on the spot in the moment. So shit could just be dead. It won't be no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yo. To what you saying? think you need vulnerability to continue to function. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, Hootie.
I mean, it's rooted in
I'm
real, bro.
gonna go to some recent shit real quick, Hootie. You feel me? Niggas stepped outside this weekend. You feel me? Niggas had a good time. You know what I'm saying? But like the way things had occurred, you feel me? Like it was a situation like the Hootie, where he was just being regular. You feel me? But like to me, you feel me? It like kind of made me feel out of position. But I had to be able
Okay.
to like, I had to be able to talk to yo about that, or else you feel
Yes.
me? We run
I
into the
wouldn't
same
know.
problem over and
Over
over
again.
again. You know what I'm saying?
Over and over again. When it
So
was
like
just
that was that it was like mandatory. Like, you know what? Because then what happened is if I don't just explain to him what I'm feeling like, then like it's a lingering issue. Then you don't never really address it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
and
like,
he
nah.
also what he also do with that, he gives me the opportunity to explain to him or let him know what I was even doing or what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we able to both be vulnerable and let him know, like, oh shit, yo, my bad, bro. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was just talking. I ain't even know it looked the way it looked. You know what I'm saying?
But you
I
know
ain't
what
even
that, you
know
know what
that.
that is though? You gotta humble yourself to
Yeah.
be able to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? You gotta humble yourself a little because now you're showing not the strength of you, but being able to express that lack of strength builds strength. When you go to the
And
gym,
and
if you
it's gonna
straight go
allow
and
us.
try to lift 100-pound dumbbells, you're not gonna be able to do it. You can't just try to lift 100-pound dumbbell to impress everybody. If you gotta start with the 15s, you start with the 15s so you can work your way up to the hundreds, my nigga. But you gotta
And
be real.
what it also allows is to us to continue to be strong as a unit when we continue to go out. You know what I'm
That's what I
saying?
was saying. That's what I was
Continue
saying.
to be
Yep.
strong as a unit because we all know what, you know what I'm saying. We've been vulnerable in moments. Be able to let each other know when, hey yo, I don't like this, or yo, yeah, I fuck with this. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to let niggas know both of those
Yeah.
gauges. You know what I'm saying?
And your true friendships and relationships will sustain through that vulnerability because those people are who they're supposed to be in your life. It will strengthen, you feel me, through that process. You know what I'm saying?
If the
But
love is truly unconditional, you know what I'm saying?
that's
If
it.
it's truly
That's it.
unconditional, your vulnerabilities ain't gonna do nothing but build strength.
With all that being said, Chubbs, we love you, bro. You feel me? Louis, we love you, bro. And whatever niggas is ever going through, you never gotta go through it alone. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. But Chubbs, this line of questioning is falling in good place today. You feel me? It's gonna lead me to my last men's perspective question. This is the question from last week that Hootie didn't want me to ask. You feel me? But we gonna run. We gonna
Have it
run
this
with it
week.
this week. We gonna run with it this week. I can't bypass it completely, bro.
I don't even remember, so go ahead.
Final Pastor Trey question of the day, men's perspective. What's the hardest part about being in a romantic relationship? What's the hardest part about being in a romantic relationship?
Yeah, you
Frank,
go
your hand is
for
up.
Frank.
Frank hand is up.
See if you think what I'm thinking.
You said a romantic relationship?
Romantic relationship.
Okay. The hardest part for me is just doing all that pussy ass shit in the first place.
Yo, right there.
Oh man.
He definitely thinking what I was thinking for real.
God
No,
damn.
I'm coming fresh off of the heels of the vulnerability convo and shit. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you're here, bro. I'm glad you're on the show today. You said what I ain't had to say.
Nothing wrong with it if that's your thing, if that's your bag. And some niggas like be into it, niggas don't. But like when you kind of like when it's a thing, yeah, you might have to overexert yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And then it's like,
you know
yo,
what's so
that
crazy
whole
about that,
like,
Frank? Oh, real quick, Hootie. Like,
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna let Hootie go, but it's crazy, yo, because when you started talking, I was going with one thing, and then by the end of that, I was going with something else. You feel me? But Hootie, it's the floor is yours, brother.
Nah, like I totally agree with brother Frank. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole um every now and then cool. But like all the time, like we can do date nights, we can go out, we can do things. But the whole um Western definition of the romantic things, I don't know.
yeah, bitch, like yo, I'm not.
I don't know.
Consistency, bro.
You just step
I don't
over.
know.
Consistency, yo.
This ain't
Consistency
shit
is the hardest part.
going on.
You know what's better? You know what's better? You feel me? A surprise. Everybody like a surprise.
On some real shit, Trey.
Everybody do not like surprises.
All right, the majority of people.
A relationship is like earned, my nigga. Like, ain't nobody just coming off the cuff on some like Pepe Le Pew shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you got equity with a nigga, it's really nothing for a nigga to get his romance off. You know what I'm saying? But niggas ain't just doing that shit all willy-nilly for everybody. Like, get the fuck out.
All right, Frank. Hey, Frank, so I'm gonna give you some perspective on this. Chubbs, I ain't forget you. But I'm gonna give Frank some perspective on this, you feel me? Because me personally, the only person I can truly speak for in this world, if the initial boxes are checked, you feel me? It's very easy to do the romantic things because it's like a blueprint. You feel me?
I agree.
It's like a blueprint. These are the things that all women love. You feel me? So it's like if I'm really if I'm feeling you and we about to start locking in, flowers is easy, dates is easy. You feel me? Out the rip, you know what I'm saying? If it's feeling that, not every single person, you feel me? But if I got a vibe with you, you feel me? Because I feel like for me personally, naturally you want to be romantic, you feel me? So it's like if I'm liking you, it's easy to do those things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I chimed in with I understand that. You feel me? And you also acknowledge that some people are, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I'm giving you perspective, you feel me?
Okay.
But that's why I also said like consistency, you feel me? Because it's like if it's not being like matched at some point, then it become very hard to keep on doing those romantic things. You feel me? I can't just do them just to do them. I gotta be feeling something. You feel me? And like you get them off initial good vibe, but once I start showing you the romantic things, you gotta match something with me. You feel me? For me to be able to keep on doing it. You feel me? Or I can
All
go
right, but
into my
look,
very nonchalant mode.
for me, like I get you. I get what you're saying. You feel me? Like me, I guess my romance is just in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because if the vibe is good and I'm really like feeling you, I'm romancing you all the time. You know what I'm saying? I may not be the flower guy, but you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely trying to find ways to make you feel good, you know what I mean, and feel appreciated and feel and want to be where you are, you know what I'm saying? Now, I may not be on the romance tip where it's like, yeah, we about to go out in the flowers type tip, but I may cook you something, you know what I'm saying? I may throw something, you know what I mean? It may be that type of intimate vibe, the way it's like, you know what I mean, the music, you know what I mean, the good music vibe on. The lighting is good, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The wine is right. You know what I mean? I may romance you that way. You know what I mean? I may not just romance you in the way that everybody else may romance you. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I
So
don't
I do
think
get my
no
romance on,
nobody
you know what I mean?
obligated to like a particular form of romance. You
Way,
feel me?
yeah,
Like how
I
you
was like,
romance is how you romance. You feel me?
that's why I was like,
But
all right, I do get
what
my romance. I ain't gonna say I don't never
whatever
get.
romance is to you, like what's the harder part about that? But Chubbs, I want to give you the floor, Chubbs. What's the hardest
Yeah,
part
bro.
about being in a romantic relationship?
The hardest part about being in a romantic relationship is that I can't treat this casual. Casual does nothing for me, so I have to show the care. I have to show you that I care. I have to show you that I'm invested, and I have to show continued interest in you.
You got this place of
I've
vulnerability.
gotta show it. I gotta show it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got one question. I'm glad he said that. I got one question before we
And
get out. Go ahead.
at this point in life, I only got that type of energy for like certain things, and it's like, damn, if this is the story that I'm romantic with, then you're gonna have to do it. Begrudgingly because we go back to the internalist, and I move in a certain type of way. I'm stubborn in my ways, but now you're gonna have to break out of your ways if you want this to work. When I get to that point, it's like, yuck.
Yeah,
Every time I get to that point, it's like,
yeah.
oh, I gotta do all this shit. But if I want this person in my life, and I know that before I head into it, that I want you in my life, then it is what it is. You got me, baby. You got me. So it's more so having to break out of a comfort zone ultimately for me.
That's spot on,
So
Chubb.
I
I'm gonna hold. Can
I
I ask one
want
question?
before you ask my question, you feel me?
Yeah,
'Cause
go
I
ahead. Go
really
ahead. I know be
I
on.
really
That's
hit like
fine.
it gave her not even that. My initial response was kind of just based off of how the conversation was going. You feel me? But I did want to give like my first thought on what's like the hardest part for me. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Um, just trust, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just trust. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's and I credit that to like trauma. You feel me? I like trauma. I didn't used to like sometimes when people start saying certain shit, I don't be liking it because like everybody just saying it. But trauma do be real. You know what I'm saying? Trauma do be real. So through the
You say
process of like
you
trauma,
like trauma?
That's what I
no,
heard.
the
Oh,
word.
the
You know
word.
what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. All
What
right.
I'm saying, like sometimes when niggas be saying certain shit, they be like, oh, niggas just everybody just saying that. You know what I'm saying? But like I do like recognizing like traumas, you feel me? And I think it's a good word just to acknowledge that things have happened that have affected the way you move forward. You know what I'm saying? And even with all that being said, like the consistency and the struggles with consistency is still like a victim of the trauma because of the trust. You feel me? So it's like as soon as I not seeing what I expect to see, now like I don't trust that you gonna really I don't trust you appreciating these romantics. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to keep
Hmm.
on. It all go hand in hand. You feel me? But that would probably be my answer. But Hoodie, go ahead and ask your question.
No, you kind of like y'all. All y'all niggas kind of answered my question for real. So I was just basically gonna say like, what like, how do you fall out of the romantic vibe? And with your explanation, you just kind of explained it. You feel me? So that's why I was just gonna move on.
All right. So what I do is, you feel me? And even though Hootie kind of touched on it, I close it with a semi wild card question. You feel me? Topic related. This is individualized question. You feel me? How do you romance? How do you romance? You feel me? Hootie, it's gonna be on you because you kind of already started what you might cook for him, throw on the music. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna cook for him.
Let's
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feed the stomach. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that they fed with something that they
no
probably never
diddy, yo.
had. Probably.
I think it's ain't gonna feed the stomach.
I say I'm gonna feed the stomach. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
How I
All
got no
right.
diddy that? I got no diddy that. I mean,
You don't. You don't.
I be in
You
that
don't.
stomach. I be in the stomach, bro. I'm just saying. You feel me? What we talking
You
about?
don't.
What we talking
You
about?
don't got no diddy it, but I do. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
You
like I
don't
was
got no
saying,
diddy it.
yeah, man, I'm probably gonna have a nice vibe. Yeah, man, I'm probably gonna, I don't know. For me, I probably had like, you know what I'm saying, probably like the basketball game, the football game. I'm probably gonna have like some music or something chill. And I'm gonna romance it through my conversation. You know
Say
what I'm
less.
saying?
Say less. Say less. Lock in on that. Lock in on that. Lock in on that. Frank, how do you romance?
Hey man, we gonna start by taking care of everything for the night. You feel me? Pull up, pick you up. Everything gonna be prepared for you. You ain't gonna have to choose what to wear, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You a big romantic.
For you.
Mm-hmm.
When we get back from the fantastic night that's already been paid for, valet service, all that good shit, we come back
Mm-hmm.
real nice with the oils, the essential oils. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Got the
You go
LED.
that far.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna put the fireplace channel on with the smooth jazz in the background. You know,
Yeah.
There we go.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just cut it right there. I can't get y'all no more sauce.
Nah,
Say less. Say less.
you
Say
on the
less.
same line. He understand what I'm
Hey,
saying.
hey, hey, Chubbs. Hey, Chubbs.
Yo,
In 30 seconds, Chubbs, how do you romance?
I'm a night on the town nigga. So we going downtown. We're going to eat at one of the spots that we wanted to eat at. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna hit a dive bar after that. We're just gonna enjoy the nightlife, and then we get in the room. The room's already booked. Don't worry about that. So we hit in the room,
I knew it. I knew you was a
and the
room
best part about the
romancer,
room
yo.
is neither you or I gotta worry about the wet spots. That's somebody else's problem. So we're gonna get that room nice and filthy.
Called him a real romancer.
When we
That's
go home
funny. I'm
tonight,
about to put that
we
on the
go home
shirt.
in the morning. So
Hey, listen, Chubb. Hey, Chubb.
Put that on the
I ain't
shirt.
mad
A
at it.
real
I'm a night
romancer.
on the town
I
nigga,
ain't
bro.
mad at it. Hey, listen, man. Brothers, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. It's been a great show tonight. Brother
For
Frank,
sure.
appreciate you stepping in.
Anytime.
I'll hit you next Wednesday and
My
see what
nigga,
your availability is.
my man.
My guys, as always, I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody there in TraMania, I always appreciate y'all. And as always, in the meantime, in the between time, let's try to be a little better to the world. So maybe the world might be a little better to you. TraMatic. Whoop.